Over the past few weeks, we have tried several different cameras and microphones. The Canon G7X Mark III, the Sony RX100 Mark VII, the Rode wireless microphone, and I recently bought the GoPro Hero 7 Black. And in today's video, I want to go over the cameras that I recommend for your vacation. Disney has always been my passion, but along with my passion for Disney, I've always had a passion for capturing the magic via a camera or a video cam, a handy cam I used when I was very young. So I've always been kind of in the photography realm, videography realm. I am no expert, I do not claim to be an expert, so this is coming from someone who just loves to take pictures and video and capture the magic and wants to give you a few thoughts. Right off the bat, I recommend you use your smartphone camera. It's with you, it's extremely convenient, you can share immediately, you don't have to transfer files to your phone from your camera. It is fantastic. If you have a more modern camera, anything even close to the iPhone 8 Plus or anything within several generations of the most recent one, you're going to be in great shape. In my opinion, there are two big disadvantages to using your iPhone or smartphone as your primary camera on vacation: the battery life and the memory. The easier one to solve is the battery life, where your phone has a finite amount of battery, but you can always carry more of these rechargeable packs with you. You plug your phone into this pack right here and it can recharge your phone. They have these all over Amazon. I've got some linked in the description of this video, the ones that I use. You can just use your phone all day for taking photos, videos, streaming, whatever you want to do. Bring one of these with you, you're going to be in good shape. The amount of memory in your smartphone is the more difficult challenge to overcome. I have 256 gigs of memory in this phone, but I knew that I would want to be using it quite a bit for photography when I bought it, so I bought the upgrade, which is really important to me. But let's say I wanted 500 gigs. I can't update now. I'd need to buy a brand new phone. Or maybe I don't need that many gigs anymore. I need a brand new phone. I cannot change the amount of memory in an iPhone. Some smartphones still do have the ability to put a micro SD card into the phone, which is super helpful, but it depends on the smartphone you have. And many friends have iPhones and you can't change the memory. So if you're thinking about using your iPhone for your primary camera wherever you're going, get as much memory as you feel comfortable with. With 256 gigs of memory, I have close to 30,000 pictures on my phone. That is a lot. Now if you're taking video, especially 4K video on your smartphone, you're going to want that 500 gig option or even more, but 256 gigs, 30,000 photos, I can't even look through all of those, so it's more than enough. I love using my smartphone at Disney or wherever I go because it's all right here, super convenient, and it's always with me. That being said, I also like to take photos with a big camera. The reason for that, I like to blow the photos up to a larger size or crop the photos in so I can see something very specific in the picture and not lose resolution. In addition, my smartphone does have two lenses, which is great, kind of one for wider and one for closer up. The issue is it cannot get nearly as far as a detachable lens DSLR. Photography is a passion of mine, and being able to change the photo to make it unique and make it something special and reaching out with the different lenses to capture that perfect moment, to me is it just makes me smile. It's part of the magic for me and I love it. So I will continue to get different cameras and different lenses and try and capture the perfect photo. And if you're looking for a suggestion for which camera you should get, if you're an enthusiast, if you just kind of want to get started and get a little bit further than what a smartphone camera can do, I do recommend some kind of camera system where you can switch out the lens. Now, why do I recommend a DSLR or some other camera where you can switch out the lens instead of having maybe a point and shoot camera? The reason is the point and shoot camera have a smaller sensor. The sensor is very important, not as important as it used to be, but still kind of important. You have the full frame sensor, you have APS-C sensor, which is what I currently use, and you have smaller micro four thirds and other, even the 1-inch sensor. The reason why I don't really like those point and shoot cameras, especially if you're trying to dive deeper into photography, is because the point and shoot camera, as good as they are, and they are good for many things, in my opinion, aren't far enough of a step ahead of the smartphones to really make it worth the money to me. Don't get me wrong, the point and shoot cameras are very convenient. They go into your pocket super easily. You can hide them away and then take pictures whenever you're ready, grab that perfect photo. But for the price that you pay for that small little camera, I don't think it's worth the difference between what your smartphone can do and what that camera can do. I recommend something else. So that brings us to our recommendation for today and at the time of filming. I currently recommend, if you're looking for that next step above where the smartphone can can do and you want to really bring your photography skills to the next level on vacation, I recommend the newly announced Canon M6 Mark II. It's a camera that I've really been looking at. It looks super good, especially considering the price. The price you pay is actually less than that point-and-shoot camera, and you get a much better image for the money. That's my recommendation. It's small, it's compact, it's perfect for vacation. Now, if you're interested in vlogging, you may have looked at this camera before and said, Michael, it looks really good. The issue is that screen flips around over the top, and so if you have a microphone on top, you wouldn't be able to see yourself. Very true. So that comes to a different conversation. If you're looking to vlog, I would recommend something different. Currently, I recommend the Canon M50. It's a great camera. It really can't get that 4K like the M6 can, and if you can go without the flipping screen, that would be one I'd recommend. But if you really want that flipping screen, then the Canon M50 is my personal recommendation. I recommended it to my brother, who found it online, Canon's refurbished website, which I will link in the description of this video. It's great for buying cameras with a lot of confidence. I bought this camera, the 70D, years ago from the refurbished website officially from Canon. It has worked perfectly since, so I can definitely recommend it. I'm a Canon shooter, absolutely love the company, love the color science behind the camera. Overall, that website is where I would go. Look there first if you're looking to upgrade your system. Photography is a ton of fun, but what happens if it starts to rain, or you want to go to the beach or go on a Disney cruise? Then what kind of camera would I recommend? Well, again, I recommend that smartphone. If you can get a smartphone that is totally water resistant, or maybe put a case on the outside that will protect it from the water, that's what I would recommend. It's with you, it's convenient, you can take pictures of friends and family. That's the one I recommend. That being said, upgrading your smartphone will cost close to $1,000 nowadays. So is there a cheaper way? Yes, there is. Something like a GoPro or the DJI Osmo Action is an alternative. And in my recommendation, I recommend the GoPros. We tried the DJI Osmo Action together. It was okay. The only issue was the sound. It truly could not compare to the GoPro, and the stabilization made it look a little bit wonky on the screen. So if you're looking for a recommendation, I recommend GoPros. Even the older ones do very well. My brother has my GoPro 5. I have the 7 Black. So far, been working extremely well. Gonna run it through all its paces very soon, but I like it. I like it a lot. GoPros for me have always worked extremely well, even over time. So many years, the GoPro was working extremely well. That's my recommendation. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. My overall thoughts: use your smartphone camera. They are extremely good nowadays, and when you buy your smartphone, take the time to buy expanded memory. It is 100% worth it, especially on vacation. You don't want to run out of space. My current recommendation for a vlogging camera is the Canon M50, and if you can work without the screen that flips all the way around, the Canon M6 Mark II is unbelievable. It looks fantastic, especially for photos. If you're looking for a waterproof recommendation, I recommend the latest GoPro. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think your smartphone camera does extremely well, you don't need anything else, or maybe you're a fan of the point-and-shoot cameras? No problem there. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.